Today we'll be reviewing the Spice Stellar Pinnacle Pro MI 535 device. Basically, this is a phablet, you can call it, as the screen size is a whopping 5.3 inches. And let's see, the device comes with a flip cover. The flip cover is totally plastic from the back. From the front also it's not so good, but still it is of average quality. We'll do for one thing, we'll just pull out the device from the flip cover and see what's actually the device is. Here you can see the flip cover, right? We'll start with the back panel. The back panel can be opened from here, this side. We can just open the back panel from here, right? As you can see, this is a whopping big battery. The capacity of the battery is 2550 mAh with lithium. This is lithium ion polymer battery with a capacity of 2550. These are the two SIM slots. As you can see, the SIM slots are for normal SIMs. Usually devices like these phablets or bigger screen size usually ask for micro SIM, but this device comes for slots of normal SIM, so you need not to cut your SIM to use this device. This is a dual SIM device, which means that you can use two SIMs here, right? This is the SD card slot. This is your 8 megapixel back camera. These are used for flash. This one is the speaker. What else? Here you can see the volume rocker button, which can be used to increase or decrease the volume, right? Apart from this one is the micro USB jack. This is the 3.5 mm audio jack, and this is the power button, which you can use to start off and shut down the device, right? We'll just pull it back, fix the back cover back, and again let's start. We'll do one thing, we'll shut down the device and then we'll start up the device to see. This is a big Spice logo. Let's see how much time the device takes to boot up. As you can see, the device is booted up. You can unlock the screen. This one is inbuilt or already pre-installed antivirus kind of thing, security app, right? At the moment I am only using one single SIM. That's why it is giving me the error that no SIM card is detected in the other slot, right? Let's see. The device comes preloaded with so many apps, including the basic one and some additional apps like Times of India, then shortcut to WhatsApp download, and some inbuilt apps like from Spice like mTracker, iConnect, iCamera. Basically, this is the camera which is used. More or less the device looks just like the stock Android device in terms of the look we, we see that there is no additional skin applied to the stock Android. I've installed some of the additional applications on this device, so don't think that everything comes pre-installed with the device. Some of those apps which I have installed are the benchmarking tools, which are used to compare the performance of the Android devices, right? Let's have a look of the about this. These are the buttons, soft buttons, which you can use to navigate the device. Only thing is that this one is the back button, which is normally for stock Android will come here, but it is in this device is located at the right hand side. And this is the home button, and this can be used for accessing the settings of that particular app or the whole phone, right? Let's have a look at about phone. As you can see, the model number is here. Apart from that, you can see the kernel number, the build number. Android version is 4.2.1, which is almost latest if you compare, if you consider the fact that it is released few months back, right? Let's see if you have a system update. It says it doesn't have any system update, right? So it is 4.2.1 Android Jelly Bean, right? The screen is quite big, and it is good enough for doing most of the thing. Only problem with the device is it is a bit heavy. I'm not sure what's the weight of this device compared to the other phablets, but the device feel a bit heavy compared to normal bigger Android devices. Even one problem in terms of design is that the camera at the back is not properly, say, integrated in the device, and the camera looks as if it is coming out of the device, and it will just like it seems like an additional component inbuilt inside it, which is not properly integrated. So in terms of design, the device seemed bit bad just because of the camera integration at the back, but apart from that, the device is fine even in terms of design. If you forget the plastic look at the back of the back of the device looks good. This one is the front cam of 5 megapixel, right? We have already talked about everything else. Let's run some of the benchmark tools and see. Sometimes the device is not responding, that is the problem, but that's not always the case. It happens rarely. So let's run the quadrant standard benchmarking tool. We'll be running the full benchmark tool, right? As you can see, the benchmarking tool is running. Let's see how it comes out. It will take some time, maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute to completely run. Using the benchmarking tool, we can have a good comparative look of the performance of the device compared to other existing devices for different parameters, which usually is not visible to our naked eyes unless and until we are doing a deep testing. So this one is the quadrant benchmarking tool. It's running. Let's see. We need to submit the results online to get As you can see, this is this one is the performance of this device, right? It comes much above Samsung Nexus X, HTC Desire, HD, LG Optimus 2X, Samsung Galaxy Nexus, Samsung Galaxy Tab, Motorola Atrix. Then this device comes. Two of the devices which are shown above this are Asus Transformer Prime and HTC One X. This is a very what you call quantitative relative data. Often many devices are not shown which are above the which perform much better than this device. So it gives you a comparative look of the performance of the device compared to other devices. So this is the 4063 performance benchmark test, that is the output 4063, right? This one total is 4063, out of which CPU 9216 memory, this and so on, so forth, right? We'll run another benchmark tool, Velamo. I have already ran the tool as it usually takes few minutes at least to run the device. So these are the Velamo benchmarking results, right? In terms of performance comparison with various devices, as you can see, the devices which are much above the performance of these devices are already. So this device's device performance is in between. In between the most of the devices, it's like you can term it as a middle device. If you talk about the HATC or the talk about the total number of Android devices available, this device will come in between the top devices and the low devices. So the performance is average compared to whatever Android devices available in the market, but you have to take into account the pricing point of the device before comparing it with the expensive devices like HTC One. This device's cost is approximately 13,000 K, which in terms of dollars will come out to be around $200 to $225. So considering the price, the device performance is good enough, right? This is the device detail in short, which is outputted by the same Velamo benchmarking tool. You can see the model is Spice MI 535. The CPU is a quad-core 1209 megahertz, that is 1.2 gigahertz processor. The RAM is approximately 1 GB. The screen resolution is a bit low, means it is 540 into 960 px. So that's why you may have seen that the screen resolution is not as good as you may have expected from it. This is another same benchmarking tool result, the metal one. That's all inside the Velamo tool, right? Here is Antutu benchmark tool. We already ran this tool some time back, and let's see what these are the device info parameter. As you can see, the device info parameters is same as what is shown by the other benchmark tool that we just visited. As you can see, the resolution is 540 into 960, and the GPU is for VVR SGX 544MP, and the CPU is quad-core ARM V7 processor. Now let's try playing a game on it. Let's try to play Temple Run, the usual or a favorite for most of us. As you can see, the device works quite well performance wise also, and also look wise. The screen resolution is good enough, and most of us won't feel a difference in the screen resolution unless we are running some very high-end graphics. Let's try to play some YouTube videos and let's see how it behaves.
What does it mean to be a geek? We're the biggest fans, that's true. And we're curious about the world. We like to make things, invent things, share things. We question what's possible. And when we find people who care as much as we do, well, that's when things get interesting. Last day of comedy week, we actually got a really cool thing going on today. We've been given the Tom Cruise gloves from that sci-fi movie to help us out with some information.
Okay, folks, we've got top comedy moments coming your way. These are incredible countdowns of the best YouTube videos of all time.
That's it. In terms of camera, let's try take a picture. We'll be taking a picture of a laptop. As you can see, comes with HDR, then some additional performance benefits. Right, you can change the settings as usual with any Android phone. Right, you can click the picture by just taking this. Right, let's see. Even though the camera is a 8 megapixel camera, but the picture quality is not that good. I'm not sure why it is, but let's see some of the pictures. Some of them are good, but some of them are not so good. Maybe it all depends on how good the lighting arrangement is, how good the photographer is. I'm not a good one. I usually take bad pictures, so maybe that is one of the reasons. But still, if we compare the camera with other similar devices of 8 megapixel, maybe this one is not as good as the other ones, right? Well, if you have used a stock Android, you won't even think that it is not stock Android. It almost looks stock Android. Nothing has been removed, nothing has been added on the stock Android devices except few apps. That too are very small, small changes. You won't feel a difference, right? It comes with the inbuilt power saving mode, which you can use to have more battery, and you can set when the power saving mode starts 25%, 30%, 40 or even 50% of battery, right? We have used this device for almost 2 weeks, and we can say for sure that the battery life of the device